That's probably.
All right, we're going to be doing probability. This is 11, excuse me, lesson 10, 11. This is the rudimentary probability, the very beginning. There's a whole study of probability. You could take a whole class on this. This is just the beginnings of it.
So
this is a review. Get out your whiteboards. Erase them if you haven't done so already. On your marks.
Are you going to a casino?
Get set.
We should go to Las Vegas.
We should go to Vegas.
Probability.
Then we
Go.
to the Las Vegas A's. What?
I want you to tell me what a fraction is. I want you to tell me write a proper fraction and write an improper fraction. All right, so Zach says a number over another. All right, and I agree that is a fraction.
I'm not her.
Okay, and you have a numerator. I heard some number over a number. Okay, so just a second. The number over a number. So if I was to put 6 over 7, that's a number over a number. That's right. What does the top number represent compared to the bottom number?
Numerators.
Oh, this is the numerator. Okay.
That's what she asked.
This is what, and the bottom one's called the.
A denominator.
The bottom.
If I was to draw a picture of 6 over 7, what kind of a picture could I draw that represents 6 over 7?
Like a
7 to 6. 7.
Pizza.
A pizza.
Like,
Okay, so if I draw a pizza, how many slices do I put in this pizza, gentlemen? How many? 7 slices,
And one is gone.
and one is
You just made.
1, 2. Okay.
That is
All right. So 6. So what is a fraction then? After we drew this picture of pizza or even pie, what does this represent? I mean, what does that 6 over 7 actually represent?
A piece of something?
A piece of
How
something.
many?
6 of the 7.
6 of the 7. 6 out of the 7. Okay? So the 6, the 7 represents the whole thing. Are you with me so far? The 7 represents the whole thing, and the 6 represents the piece of that whole thing. Are you with me so far?
Yes.
Okay, so that's what a fraction is. And so is my fraction that I wrote up there proper or improper?
proper.
It's proper. Why is it proper?
Because it's not a bigger number over a smaller one.
Because the numerator is less than the denominator. That makes it proper, correct? So how do we make it? Give me, Ben, give me an example of your improper.
I said 3 over 2.
3 over 2, and I think I saw other people with that, right?
Everyone did 3 over 2.
Everyone did 3 over 2.
and
Okay. So
We're all super.
if I did 6 over 7,
Stop. No.
we said that the numerator... Wait. Let's go over here. The 6 over 7, we said that was one piece out of 7. How in the world... What's 3 over 2 then?
Like 2 of them, and it's like it's 3 halves.
Okay.
It's... listen to me, gentlemen. I asked a question. I want you to try this with me. 6/7 means 6 out of a total 7. What does 3 over 2 give me? What does that mean? How can we have 3 out of a total of 2?
So you can like shade the whole thing and shade half of another.
Oh, so if I did this, if I go like this, I shade that, and then I have another after that.
You have an extra half.
An extra half.
Well, yeah, but you have to shade the whole thing on that.
Oh, I have to shade the whole thing on this one. Okay. So this means extra. What is the circle that I drew over here? I'm going to circle it in red.
That's 2 halves.
It's not red. This in red. What is that circled on this whole thing? What does it represent?
A whole.
A whole. Okay. So an improper fraction is less than the whole. Are you with me so far? A proper fraction is smaller than the whole, and an improper fraction is larger than the whole. Gentlemen, are you with me?
Yes.
Well, I'm actually teaching you stuff about probability right now. It's really important that you get me with this. All right. So if I have a number where the numerator is smaller than the denominator, I'm smaller than, when we say the whole, we're smaller than what? 6 over 7 is less than the whole. What can I write as the whole? Actually, other way
7
around.
over 7.
Oh, yeah, 7 over 7. And what's 7 over 7 when we reduce it?
1.
1. Very good. But an improper fraction is greater than 1. Are you with me? How do we put that into percents? What's 1 as a percent?
100%.
100%. And usually in probability, we deal in percents.
I see.
All right?
And then the other one would be 150.
100% is the highest you can get.
6 over 7 is like 85%.
All right. So we will never in probability get more than 100%. That is not possible. 100% is absolute certainty that something's going to happen. There's never anything higher than 100% certainty. You can't be 110% certain. You're just 100% certain. If someone says they're 110% certain, they're just meaning that they don't know math. Exactly. Okay? But you can have less than 100% certainty. And the closer you are, what's the lowest certainty we can have?
0.
0.
Negative.
We can't have a negative certainty. It's 0 is the lowest and 100 is the highest. Okay? All right. So,
Wait, if you say I'm negative 100% certain, that's saying you're not certain.
I suppose, but if you're 0% certain, it's just as uncertain as negative uncertain. And actually, if you said you were negative certain, you mean you don't understand probability.
Okay.
Okay? All right. So just as much as you said I'm 110% certain, you're telling people you don't understand probability. Okay? All right. What is probability? All right. Let me see what you got on your very first thing on your sheet is what is probability? And I want you to write that down. I'm going to give you some time to do that. Probability is a way to determine how likely things are to happen randomly. I would like to read that again now that most of you are finished. I think we got one that's still just getting it to the end. Probability is a way, to determine how likely things are to happen randomly. Now, I want you to understand something. As Christians, we believe that things happen for a purpose and that there's really nothing what we call random that happens in our lives. But we as humans like to predict things happen in our lives. And so we like to we like to quantify how likely something is to happen. But I want you to be clear that we as Christians believe that God does things with purpose and not just random because he just thinks, oh, I want to see what happens here. That's not how he works. But we as humans don't have God's character to be able to see what's going to happen. So we like to predict what's going to happen. And probability shows us how reasonable or unreasonable it is to believe something's going to happen. So we talked about it a minute ago. Okay, so we wrote the very first one on your note sheet there, just while you were gone. What is the number that represents the most reasonable?
100.
100%.
0.
Or a probability of 1. Are you with me so far?
Right, it's just a whole.
What's the lowest or the most unreasonable something could be?
0.
0% or a 0 probability. Okay? You'll never get a probability higher than 1. The closest your probability is to 1 makes it more likely to happen. And the closer your probability is to 0 is the less likely it will happen. Notice I'm saying the less likely it'll happen. Usually we don't get 100% certainty, and we don't usually get a 0% certainty. We get close to those. Questions so far? All right, this is a long formula. No problem, though. You have room on your paper. I believe that is something that you need to write down on your paper. What is the formula for probability? You wrote the sentence, and now I want you to write the formula for probability. Please put that down. I'll give you time.
Wait, is that? Did you mess that up? Is it even?
All right, so it's supposed to be the number of ways a chosen event, this is supposed to be event right here, can occur. And I did event twice wrong, so I put a W in that one. So you can take that one out. This just shows I'm not perfect.
You can say that again.
No 100% certainty that I'm going to make a mistake. There's probably there is a pretty close to a 100% certainty that I'm going to make a mistake, and I did.
Start the count now.
Probability total is the number of ways a chosen event can occur divided by the number of possible events that can occur. There's a C there. Bottom part right here, like we talked about with our fraction 6 over 7 and the pie, or the pizza, this is a total. And this is part on the top. So it's a part over a total. We have a part over a total, or the number of ways an event can happen over the total possible ways that could happen. So let's do some. So get out your note sheets.
Oh boy.
We're going to use that formula that you wrote down.
There's
We're going to
six
do
problems.
there's 6 of them. They should take they're pretty quick. Find the total possible outcomes. This is the denominator, okay? So I want you to understand what the possible events,
So it's just 5.
how many different things, yeah, we have a bag of real diamonds, 3 real diamonds, and 2 fake diamonds. So you are going to randomly pick a diamond. So there are 5 possible events. That is correct. There are 5 possible events right here. For right now, that's all you need. I want you to understand how to pick the possibles, okay? Now I'm going to make a scenario for a quick minute.
Wait,
What
it's
if I wanted
it's
the
not
probability
two
for real? Just, you don't have to write this down, you just, for a minute. What's the probability that I will reach in a bag and pull out real diamonds? How many real diamonds are there possible?
3.
3. There are 3 of them out of 5. So my probability would be a 3 out of 5 chance of pulling it. You don't have to write that part down. I just want you to kind of see. For right now, I want you to understand how this part works. Let's go on to number 3. We have a bag containing 1 red marble, 1 green marble, and 1 blue marble. What are the possible outcomes?
3.
3. What's the probability that I will pull out a red marble?
1 over 3.
1 out of 3. Okay?
33.3.
Or 33.3. Yes. And what? Now we're going to find the probability. You have to now get the possible and... So we have a basket containing 1 apple, 1 peach, and 1 orange. You randomly pick a piece of fruit. What's the probability that it's going to be an apple?
33.3.
Which is 1 out of 3. And you can just give it to me as the fraction and leave it at that. There's 1 apple out of a total of 3 possibilities. All right, let's go to number 5. You have a bag containing 1 red marble, 1 green marble, 2 pink marbles, and 1 blue marble. You randomly pick a marble. What is the probability you choose a pink marble?
40%.
Well, it's 2. There's 2 pink possible. There's 2 pinks. Out of a total of how many marbles are there?
2 over, like,
2/5.
yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, 5. So it's 2/5, which is 40%. You can just give me 2/5. We have a drawer with 3 black socks, 5 white socks, and 4 gray socks. This looks like we have somebody who has 3 black socks because one's missing. That's okay. What's the probability of getting a black sock?
3 over 12.
So it's 1 over 4.
25%.
3 over 12.
Except when it's like that, because it's probability, you can't simplify it. Can you?
You do have to reduce the fraction to be 1/4.
Because then you can make it into a
Then you could make it into a percent if you want, 25%.
'cause there's a
Okay.
quarter.
Yay, we're done. Read the instructions to make sure that they want how they want it. If they want it as fractions or
It just says
percents.
find the probability.
Just find the probability, and that's fine. 1/4. You do have to reduce your fractions, and that's why we did it like this.
Do you have your quiz?
Yeah.
All right, now you have just got an introductory to probability.
And I don't need
We're now finished.
Oh boy.
That was